analyst for Startup Nation Central. Nicole, thanks so much for being with me. I guess a lot of people might think that the pandemic never went away. It's resurgent this year, and the impact might have a bad consequence for investing, for opportunities in the fintech industries, but it's the opposite. We're seeing record investment, huge capital. What's going on?
That's right, Jeff. In fintech, actually, COVID was a catalyst for a lot of investment towards the sector. Overnight, there was increased demand for the ability to transact globally, to conduct transactions remotely as well. And there are a lot of traditional processes within financial services. So there was a lot of room for innovation as well.
So is it because of, in some ways, the need for remote work, for communication online? Was there a kind of a void that Israeli startups are trying to fill to make this, to help with this demand?
It was more an opportunity. Within fintech, we saw a huge increase in the past 6 months when it came to enterprise solutions, solutions for corporates to help them be more efficient, do things that they usually used to do, but cheaper. We saw over a 60% increase in investment towards that subsector.
What specific areas in the fintech sphere, I guess, are you noticing big trends towards?
So within fintech in Israel, there are approximately 520 companies in total working on technological innovation solutions across multiple areas. Within fintech, the biggest areas with interest that we've seen is payments and enterprise solutions, payments being the largest. Of the 2.5 billion that was invested in the first half of 2021 into Israeli fintech, we saw 35% of that going towards payments.
And they're going to, a few companies that are really succeeding and breaking out from the pack, or there's like dozens of companies addressing this now?
So within payments, for example, there are a number of companies. So let's say if we're talking about payments, we're talking about solutions when it comes to global payment network, the ability for contactless payments, flexible e-commerce payment solutions such as buy now, pay later. And there are a number of companies that have raised rounds, some that have raised significant rounds. For example, among others, you have Forter, which has anti-fraud technology, or Rapid, that has a global payment network. So very varied.
And so what do you see then for the second half of this year? What trends do you see, and the growth perhaps in the future for Israel, the Israeli market?
So the first half has shown immense growth within fintech.
260%, that's quite eye-popping.
Yeah, astonishing. At Startup Nation Central, we anticipate that trend to continue with it, for the second half of 2021, not only in the private fundraising that we just discussed, that 2.5 billion, but also in exits. So acquisitions, IPOs, SPACs, that have also had a flurry of activity the first half. And all of this investment is funneling towards companies that are continuing to build their products, expanding, going to market, and building tools to help make our lives more efficient.
Yeah, a really eye-opening data here and interesting economic angle to discuss here. Nicole, thank you so much for being with us with Startup Nation Central. Great to have you on the Zoom and Show here in i24 News.
Thank you very much.